What's going on, everybody? This is Edward here. So this is my first live stream of 2025, and honestly, I'm thinking back, and I don't even know if I did a live at all in 2024. Actually, I may have done one, but it was definitely on my to-do list to get some of this live stuff in and get it out of the way. Either way, I'm happy to be on right now and just. So one of the things that I want to do for 2025 is to be more visible. And being more visible for me means to put more content out there in different formats. So that's in video, that's in written format, that's in the lives. And then also, in terms of being present at more networking events. So for this particular stream, I'm talking about my H Town Handshakes initiative, which I am really super excited about the success of it. I'm surprised and excited at the same time. But I really wanted to give a shout out to the community that's been supporting this and empowering this initiative. And then also in terms of some of the future stuff for 2025 that I have planned, I just want to just give you guys a quick highlight of that. So first of all, I got to give a shout out to the sponsors that we have over at the Cannon. They've been really, really helpful. John, thank you, sir, in terms of providing a venue and promoting the venue. Also, the video promotional guys over at Campfire Creative. Thanks, guys, for making us look good. Yeah, and various other partners in the space. Angel, who, if you've actually been to some of the events, she's been working on behind the scenes stuff and doing meet and greets and signing people into these events. And as we grow, I'm looking to connect with more community partners and get more engagement, and then to do just some amazing things within the community. So, I guess I'll start with the website. The website was a work in progress for a while, and I did not have a clue of what I wanted to do for the website. So I kind of just left it as a placeholder. I knew we needed something, but I left it out there just so when people were looking it up, they'd have a place to go to, a reference point for the LinkedIn events. And so 2020, 2024, I started working on it and started to give it a little bit more life. So if you've been to the website before with the previous version, it was not that great. I admit it was not that great. It didn't really have any brand colors. It didn't have any brand themes behind it. And then as we jumped into the holidays, I actually had some more time that I could devote to this. So um, this design is really, really awesome. I know I talk about making yourself known online and being present online, and I'm trying to do all of that stuff in terms of this format. So right away when we jump into the website, it tells our story of who we are. And actually, if this is the first time that you're watching this, let me take a couple of steps back in terms of just telling you why I started this initiative. So as a business owner, the lifeblood of our business is to make leads. It's to connect with people. It's to um, fill a need that those people that we connect with have, and then to help them out so much that they want to give us some compensation. When compensation comes in different formats, but you thought I was going to say money, but it does come in different formats. Compensation can come in the form of promotions with other vendors. It can come in the form of obviously cash. It can come in the form of speaking when you're not in the room. And so, one of the first things that you hear is like, you need to join a networking organization, you need to join a networking group. Now, I think, I'm going to preface this with I think networking groups in general are great. And I think the ones that are out there, they serve a purpose and there's a reason why they're around. It's just unfortunate that for me, a lot of those existing organizations that I had tried did not fill a need that I had. So some of the organizations, they may meet in a schedule that was not really friendly to the reason why I became an entrepreneur. I became an entrepreneur so free up my time so I can spend more time with my children as they're growing up, so I can do the things I want to do when I want to do them. And it just didn't work when I had to be there early in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning to do the event. 7 o'clock in the morning. If you have children, dropping them off at school in the morning. And then in terms of the evenings, that also became a challenge. And seven, let's say it's at 5:30 in the evening, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening. Those things are challenging as well if you're a parent, especially if you have an active household. So if your kids are doing dance lessons and piano lessons, the sports, soccer and basketball, and all the other sports, flag football that kids do growing up, it becomes a real challenge of trying to be a present parent and trying to grow your business and to put food on the table. And I thought there's got to be a better way. And the other side of it is because I was unable to participate in these things the way I needed to participate in them, I ended up um, investing funds that I could have invested elsewhere. And so these networking events, if you haven't researched them, they're about 2 to 4 thousand dollars a year to invest in for the opportunity to connect with leads. And the thing is, it's like the more you participate, the more people know. The more people know you, the more people like you, the more people trust you, and then the premise is, I'm going to get business out of this. Well, again, for the various obvious reasons I just discussed, I just it just couldn't work for my schedule. The other thing I thought of is when I was younger in my 20s, hanging out on the nightclub scene and standing in those lines. I was thinking about one of the things that was really perplexing and kind of you know um, made me a bit upset and frustrated. So I remember standing in these lines with the very same people that I'd pay $20 to go into the club to talk to, when in reality, I'm already next to the people that I want to speak to. I could have just struck up conversations with those people in the lines instead of just waiting for the opportunity to get inside a room to connect with people. And so I took that mindset that I had, that knowledge and that insight that I had when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, there's got to be a better way to connect with people. I know a lot of great people in the city of Houston, and I think they know a lot of great people too. What would happen if I was to take all of these people together and put them in a space, and then we can talk business without any restrictions? We can go to a place, we can meet up at one of these great co-working spaces throughout the city. We can meet up at another business and we can do business at someone's business, a place of business. I'm talking about like a coffee shop, a restaurant, or something like that. Patronize that business and still do business. It's like a win-win all around. And so I had this concept of a noontime networking. And so this noontime networking thing, it didn't even have a name. I was like, I just need to get some people together. We'll do it at lunchtime. So that way it's in the middle of the day. We can connect with some people in the middle of the day, and then everybody can go back to work. And that's how it started. It didn't even have a name. And so some of these people that came to these events, they were like, this is pretty cool. Let's do it again. When's the next one? And at that point in time, shout outs to Rekha Patel. Uh, we were uh, having some conversations around this networking event, and I was telling her about some ideas that I have for names, and so one of the ones that I had, which was H Town Handshakes, really resonated, and she was like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." Um, and if you guys that are in Houston, you don't know Rekha, she's actually a pretty cool person. She is another connector down here in the scene in Houston. She's on the tech scene doing project management type applications, and we may do some stuff with her in the future. But um, we had a name, and now it's H Town Handshakes Noontime Networking, and so that's kind of how the story goes, and that's how things started to gain some traction, and we got the ball rolling, and I think we're about 8 months in terms of this particular journey. So back to the website. So let me go ahead and jump into this on the screen. So this website, I'm super excited about it. It's a parachute. I'm literally building this thing as we're going. So right away when you hit the website, we're taking care of some of the necessary things in the website. So we have our events calendar. where you can go in and see all the upcoming events. We have a couple of events at different venues, and the goal is to have at least two more venues in different parts of Houston, so that way it makes it more convenient for everybody. And I say additional venues, two additional venues by the end of this month, February. So expect that to grow, and then we'll be adding more events and venues as we go. And then also we have an online community. So if you are, let me go to this link right here. So if you are anywhere in terms of the social landscape and see what's going on with TikTok and Twitter and now X and Facebook and um, all of the other platforms, I was like, every time I go to these platforms, I never accomplish what I set out to accomplish. And so I need to have an opportunity to connect with people without the ads, without getting hijacked by the algorithm, without all these outside things that are interfering with me and my objective to connect with people, not connect with the algorithm. And so I stood up a uh, Twitter-like environment. It's actually based on an open source platform called Mastodon, but this allows people to connect and do all the stuff that they need to do. It's a really great app. It comes with a website version and also a mobile device version, and it's part of this federated free internet movement where you can take your account and move to different platforms. And when you move, you take your followers with you. Really cool stuff. But I was like, I need something like this to be a part of my community, and so. We set this up and it's live in the environment. So when you guys are hitting the website, if you want to check out the app, we have an app. The other thing is in terms of the site, I wanted to to provide some opportunity for people to connect with people, and so we have this carousel of reels, of shorts, of whatever mini content platform that you are thinking of. I want to have that in our site. And so this gives us the ability to connect with business owners and entrepreneurs and to put them on and to give them a centralized location to put their content. Um, and in terms of the content and putting people on, the podcast is ready. So I'm going to be putting out some content in terms of a blast to talk about the podcast, but I'm super excited about this podcast. So the podcast is going to be um, local business owners and entrepreneurs in the Houston area to get a part of the podcast. So if you want to nominate someone for the podcast, simply just click apply. There's a form on the site. You can submit your information, and then it'll go through the process and the workflow. And then our team will get with you guys, and then we'll get to the scheduling and get you guys on in terms of the podcast. It will be in two formats. It'll be in just strictly audio format, and then it'll be in a video format. Again, super excited about that stuff because I'm all about putting people on and making those connections, and this allows us to do that. Um, the other thing that we have in terms of opportunities are sponsorship opportunities. So, in terms of sponsorship opportunities, those will be opportunities for people to contribute to the organization as we're growing it, and it could be in the form of goods, it could be in the form of services. But this gives us the ability to highlight those business owners, and once at some point you'll be able to click on these links, and it'll take you to a whole write up about those particular sponsors. So I'm super excited about that as well. And then in terms of um, some of the other items on the site, we'll be adding some additional abilities for people to promote their businesses and be able to offer some services throughout the Houston area through our website. So super excited about that as well. Um, yeah, so those quick links will also here. So in terms of nominations, events, and stuff, site is super functional. So I'm super excited about that. Some of these items that are here now, you'll see them change as we are building the parachute around the site and we're growing it. And as we get more suggestions and recommendations from the users, we'll be evolving it to meet our needs. Um, so so yeah. Anyway, it is Monday night. My wife just reminded me. It's like, hey, you said you were going to do a video tonight and you didn't do the video. So I came up. I wanted to do a quick video just to show you guys a little bit of where we are, and also just to do the first stream of 2025, which I was supposed to do a month ago. Now we're already into February. Anyway, guys, um, super excited about this year and what we have in store for this year. And if you have any ideas or any thing that you want to have incorporated either into the online aspect of our community or the in-person aspect in terms of those networking events, feel free to let me know. You can connect with me either directly through the contact form on the website. If you go to the website and you scroll down, um, there's a little link for contact, and that'll take you to the page. And you can send some information here, in terms of updates. I'm not even sharing my screen right now. I stopped sharing. But in terms of the contact, you can go ahead and go to the contact page. If you scroll down to the bottom and you click on contact, it'll take to a page where I have this little form. And from the original recording, some of the stuff may have evolved and may change from the first time that we're doing this stuff. All right, let me go hide this. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by, and look forward to seeing you on the scene, seeing you online, and have a wonderful and amazing evening. And I'll see you all next time. Edward out.